Okay, let's talk about one of the most nerve-wracking conversations in anyone's career, asking for a raise. It can feel so awkward and just uncomfortable, right? But it really doesn't have to be. So today, we're going to break down a step-by-step playbook to turn all that anxiety into a confident, strategic plan to get the pay you've actually earned. Let's dive in.
So, let me ask you, straight up, are you paid what you're truly worth? I mean, really think about it. As your skills grow and you contribute more and more, it's such a critical question. And if you hesitated even for a second, well then this guide is definitely for you. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to tackle why this whole conversation is so hard in the first place. Then we'll get into the crucial mental prep, the practical homework you need to do, the step-by-step on how to actually make the ask, and finally, what to do if the answer isn't an immediate yes.
So yeah, why is this so tough? Well, it's because most of us are basically wired to avoid looking egotistical, or like we only care about money. We're scared of making our boss, or even ourselves, uncomfortable. But let's be real, that fear? It's the single biggest thing standing between you and what you've earned.
Okay, so you've got to totally reframe this. You are not asking for a favor. You're not begging. You're leading a business discussion. And the topic? It's simple. Aligning your pay with your current market value. You have to start thinking of yourself as a professional brand, and it's your job to manage that brand effectively.
And here's the thing. The very first step isn't what you'd probably expect. Before you even think about looking up salaries or scheduling a meeting, you have to get your mind right. You have to genuinely, truly believe you are worth more and build up the conviction that you can get it.
Now, look, this might feel a little out there at first, but try using a powerful affirmation, just like the one you see here. Seriously, repeating statements like this is a proven way to build that deep, unshakable confidence before you even set foot in that room.
And this isn't just some fluffy, wishful thinking, okay? By telling yourself you deserve this, your brain automatically starts looking for ways to prove it's true. You'll literally start noticing more opportunities to sharpen your skills and deliver more value, which is exactly the ammo you need to build your case.
All right, so once you've got your head in the right space, it's time to move from the internal work to the external prep. You can't just wing it. You need a solid foundation, and that means research and practice.
There are 3 steps here you just can't skip. First, research. Jump on sites like Glassdoor and LinkedIn Salary and find out what your role is actually worth in your city, in your industry. Second, practice. Role-play the entire conversation with a friend you trust. Do it until saying the number you want out loud feels totally normal. And third, timing. You want to ask after a big win or when the company's doing great, not in the middle of a chaotic budget season.
Okay, now for the main event, the meeting itself. We're going to walk through a 7-step cycle that gives you a clear, manageable plan of attack. This takes all the guesswork out of the conversation.
This is it. The 7-step cycle is the whole framework. And notice how it's not just a straight line, right? It's a continuous loop that starts with looking inward. So let's walk through each one.
So where do we start? It all begins with a really honest self-assessment. Before you ask for a single dollar, you need to be able to quantify what you've accomplished. We're talking metrics, percentages, and direct bottom-line impact.
From there, you take that assessment and you build a rock-solid business case. You're like a lawyer preparing for court. You gather the emails, the data, the project results, everything that proves your value.
And once you've got all your evidence ready, timing is absolutely everything. You want to have this chat during a period of calm and success, not when everyone's stressed about budgets or after a bad quarter.
Okay, the moment of truth. All that mental prep, all that homework, it all leads to this conversation, where you confidently and professionally lay out your case for why you've earned this.
Now here's a really powerful tactic. Frame the raise as an investment in the future. Talk about how you plan to keep adding value and how your personal growth lines up with the company's big picture goals. This shows you're a partner, not just a passenger.
This one's huge. No matter what the immediate answer is, your attitude is critical. You got to stay positive, stay collaborative. It just reinforces that you're a team player who's committed for the long haul.
And that brings us right back around, closing the loop, follow through. By crushing it after the conversation, you don't just prove they made the right decision, you start building the case for your next promotion. See? It never really stops.
But what if, after all this work, the answer is no, or maybe not right now? It's so easy to feel defeated in that moment, but this is where you have to start playing the long game. You have to remember this. A no is usually about circumstances, like budgets or bad timing or some internal policy. It is almost never a final judgment on your value. Treat it like a not yet and use it as fuel.
So what do? Simple. You become undeniable. You keep doing an amazing job, you actively look for more responsibility, and you find new ways to make your whole team better. By becoming someone who consistently creates massive value, you start to change the circumstances yourself, and you make a future yes pretty much inevitable.
So there you have it, the complete playbook, from getting your head right to executing the plan. The only question left is the one right here on your screen. What is the one single thing you're going to do this week to start building your case?